today, most of those payments in real estate are happening still over checks, paper checks, or they're happening over wire transfers. Real estate transactions are still beholden to bank hours, or they cannot be done over weekends. There's a world where now you can have those transactions be done 24/7 and over weekends. We see instant payments as this really great opportunity to do a bunch of things. You can optimize costs, really drive operational efficiency, and provide a better experience for your end customers. You have real-time visibility into exactly what happened to that payment as opposed to having to wait for a check to settle and clear and reconcile.
In our industry, the number one use case that everyone talks about are paying commissions. So realtor commissions in today's world, a wire can be expensive for a realtor. So many times they don't want to wire. So now I'm writing checks for realtor commissions, and I might be overnighting that check. I might be using a courier to get that check to the realtor as quickly as possible. And so with instant payments, I can pay that realtor 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and it will be available and ready in their bank account within 30 seconds. The other ones that we have on our mind are around buyer closing funds. That typically needs to be a settlement that is immediate and irrevocable. With instant payments, those characteristics make those instant payment transactions really ripe for buyer closing funds and seller proceeds settlement. The other part, which is I think we're a little bit a ways away from, is mortgage companies accepting instant payments for payoffs. That is very, very attractive. If you think about being able to stop daily interest accruals on a mortgage, then instant payments really helps. The 24/7 capabilities with instant payments really helps in that respect.
A couple more that I would add to that are loan disbursements. So when you do get authorized for a loan and need to secure those funds to go in and buy the property or your home, loan disbursements can now be done much faster as well as over weekends. And then another really interesting use case that we're seeing with particularly fintechs, but also just across the board when companies want to offer new and additional services to their customers. In this particular case, this fintech it provides a credit card to be able to pay your monthly rent. And you can earn points on that rent. And to be able to do that, you need to pay off that card using bank payments. So they use instant payments for verifying bank accounts much faster via instant microdeposits. So instead of relying on ACH microdeposits that can take a day or two for you to complete that onboarding process, instead they can now do that over FedNow, which allows them to verify those accounts instantly and onboard those customers significantly much faster.
So I would say review the technology roadmap for all of the systems that may be impacted by the adoption of a different payment rail. There will be impacts that you're going to have to know about first before you go down the path of adopting instant payments. The next thing I would say is clearly define the business process, because you will have users that are going to be impacted and need to be knowledgeable about a new payment option. Then the last thing I would say is you need to consider the operational impact of a 24/7 operating model. When you move to a 24/7 settlement, you really need to think about the operational support that may require and how you want to adopt those things. Because you may have a 24/7 payment rail, it doesn't necessarily mean that you must have staff available and working in the systems for 24/7, but it will change, and you need to understand what and how decide how you want to actually adopt or change your business model to accommodate a 24/7 operating model.
As more banks are coming online, there's this great opportunity to be ready for that world of 100% instant payment coverage and get started today. So there isn't a need to wait until that world arrives. We're already here. We're already seeing customers take advantage of it.